I've got your details on sign and name. Alright.
Let's try it then.
Well, I'll be here for me. Bring it here if you got to.
Hey, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, 11 alignment is brilliant. I think you've got, up in that cupboard, there's a couple of John 7 up the road to us.
No, I'm also picking up. I tried to convert it, but the butch.
Well, we should go for a pint now.
So, Toby, what's it like to be on a good bike? Nice. And this one's clean as well. Go and have a look at Mark's seat. It's filthy. Cheese. How are we doing, Mum? Oh no, yeah, I think Mum's a prick as well. Oh, sorry.
Where is it?
Yeah, well, I've always done so well on the big track, so
Right.
it's unknown territory on this little one, on this side of the field. But yeah, I'm hoping to have a good day. I've had a good season, and yeah, relax.
Fantastic. Yes, you must have been. Are we on? Are we? Can you hear us around the arena? I think we can just about hear us. But basically, must have been disappointed not to get back into the World Long Track.
Yeah, I was for about a day, but you know, it doesn't matter now. I've had such a good season and a really enjoyable one. You know, it's yeah, it's just a shame that that my first bad meeting of the year was that one, and I had a bit of bad luck as well through the day with a breakdown, and I got pushed off the track in one, which I was disqualified in. So it's just all up against me, really.
Congratulations on how you did in the European, though. That was a superb result.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a great day, and obviously great that there was 3 Great Britons on the rostrum at the end. So that was good, and yeah, another medal for the.
That's a kettle boiling.
The kettle.
That's it. Send your assistant to do the kettle. They got you making the tea here with all these.
Yeah, it's not for sale though, unfortunately.
Anyway, have a good day.
All right, thanks.
Thanks very much. Broomfield here, looking very relaxed. You've seen it all before. You've been sidecar passenger now for what, 40 plus years?
Not hardly, but nearly.
I know it's the 70s, so it must be very close.
Yeah, but I did have a bit of a break for a few years, so I don't count them.
Oh, you don't count them?
No.
No, because you started with Rob Stoneman, didn't you, way back in the 1970s?
78.
1978, on the 500 sidecar or the thousands?
1,000 sidecar, yeah.
But you also did the 500 sidecars as well, didn't you, for a while?
Yeah, we were British champion in 1982.
1982?
Yeah, 82, yeah.
Well, like I said, you've seen it all before, you look well relaxed. And where's your driver? He's disappeared, has he?
He's just down there buying some...
Oh, we'll catch him when we walk by. I'm just walking around as many as I possibly can to have a chat. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's Roland Broomfield. Towards Paul Cooper's camp. Let's see if Paul's in residence. Is Paul here? Where? Ah, hello Paul. Come and have a chat to us. Well, we got... I presume it can be heard around the arena, but if not, we've got Bob's videos here, recording every second of it. Paul, welcome to the Masters.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. The guys have done a really good job on the track, and obviously moving it to the other side of the field. It's going to be a little bit different than normal, but yeah, looks like it's going to be a good one.
And you yourself had some bad luck. I remember talking to you last year at the Masters. You had problems in practice, then you had more problems in the race meet, and you're hoping that that's completely gone.
Yeah, last year was a little bit of a disaster. All season, right up until the poacher, to be fair, I was having a lot of gremlins, a lot of silly little problems. But this year, touch wood, we've kind of stayed clear of too many major dramas, and things have been going okay. So yeah, we're enjoying riding again this year, enjoying my grass track, and looking forward to enjoying a good meeting today.
Well, you went back to your roots not long ago and came away as a British sand champion, because obviously you won sand championships back in your youth, didn't you? British titles, and you went back and you went to Guernsey, didn't you? Back in June and took the British title. Yeah, Guernsey was a great meeting for me. I went there last year and finished second behind Zach, and this year it was, well, Zach had a few problems on the day and we managed to win it. I started off on the sand racing really up at Mablethorpe, and then did the British Sand Race Championship and won that 3 times. So yeah, it was kind of going back to my roots, but I really enjoy Guernsey. I really enjoy the track, and everyone over on the island they're so friendly and so nice, and they put a lot of effort into a really good meeting, and it was great to finally win it. Now, last year, as I said, you had problems in practice. You've done practice now. How did it go today?
We had problems.
Oh no! What happened today?
No, I had a chain come off in practice. Just popped off, unfortunately. I think my mechanic didn't tighten it on properly because he got here late, so he was rushing a little bit. So
That's your dad here, is it?
no, not my dad. My dad was fine.
Right, who's this?
Clive Goodwin.
Well, I'm going to say
He's one of the Goodwin family, so yeah, you can tell he was.
Well, just now he was holding that spanner and it looked like he was shaking at you.
Yeah, well, he tries his hardest, does the lad, but he's still learning. No, I have a good team over me. No, I always have had for the last couple of years. We've had a great set of lads helping me out, and yeah, we just had a bit of a problem in practice, but hopefully they happen in practice and then nothing will happen during the meeting.
Now, have you got your passport ready for next week?
Where am I going next week?
Well, you never come and see us very often in Bristol.
Oh, hey, I don't need a passport. It's you bloody Southerners and people from Bristol need a passport to come up north, because you don't bloody come, do you? A lot of you. But yes, no, we'll be heading over to Bristol next weekend to support British Grasstrack. You know, support the Bristol club. Sean is a very good friend of mine, Barry Woodruff, good friends, and they invited me to do the meeting. So I jumped at the chance, and hopefully it'll be a good meeting for them. Put on a good show, and I think the plan is to try and line up for the Masters in the next few years again. So they're going to put on a good meeting. So yeah, I'll go over there and have a bit of fun.
Fantastic. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Paul. That's Paul Cooper, ladies and gentlemen. We got Chris Harris. Chris, come and have a chat. We got Chris Harris here. This is for Bob's Video and for the arena, so we're doing a double whammy here, Chris. Welcome back to the Grasstracks, and of course we missed you last year at the Masters because you were stuck in Sweden. But you've had a good season on the continent, I believe, and you've qualified, ready for next year, haven't you, for the World Long Track again?
Yeah, I was gutted to miss it last year, but with the Grand Prix in Sweden was cancelled, had to run on the Sunday. But yeah, lucky enough I got a wild card in for the Long Track Series and managed to scrape in and finish 8th this year. So which was my goal, just to get in the top 8, and then next year get the experience that I got now behind us and see what we can do next year.
You're very busy because obviously you've got now 2 tracks in the UK to race for on the Speedway as well.
Yeah, been a pretty busy year. I think when the season's finished, we've probably done over 100 meetings, so I've got a few more guest bookings again this week, so keeping busy. Fantastic. There's one thing about this meeting that if I go back to 1999, I was interviewing you at the Eclipse Classic down at St Austell, and they turned the lights out. They certainly won't be having no lights going out today. No, that was I remember that day, a long time ago now. But yeah, no lights going out today. Hopefully. That's right. Have a great day. Cheers. Thanks so much, Chris Harris. I thought you were giving up Speedway, but you certainly look pretty impressive riding up there in the Midlands for Cradley, and it's good to see you still doing well on the grass tracks. Yeah, Cradley's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good bunch of lads and got good management behind them, and it's extra meetings for me because I've been struggling on the continent with not getting many meetings, so it's kind of helped the schedule out. Keeps you sharp for grass track. Yeah, it does keep you sharp, and it always helps. Brilliant. And Masters, you've done well down here in the past. Last year, was it 4th place last year? It was 4th or 5th, wasn't it? You did quite well last year. Yeah, I finished 4th last year, and hopefully I can try and do the same this year. Maybe one or 2 places better, but it's just all about making them starts and get to the final and see how it goes. Fantastic. How's your dad, by the way? Yeah, he's alright. He's here today, and he's always here to support. And it's been a big hard year for us, but hopefully it's going to get easy now. Brilliant. Well, have a good day. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks. That's Richard Hall, Charlie Powell, of course, still seen on the grass tracks, although very much involved with Speedway these days. What was it like in practice for you? Same as last night at Speedway. What, good? No, rough. Oh dear. No, it was alright. It was the same for everyone, isn't it? So. Where were you last night then? Eastbourne last night. Are you telling me that their home track's rough and that it rained, didn't it? So oh, right. It's sloppy. It'd be alright. Same for everyone. So just brilliant. Got to deal with it. I'm glad to see you're not giving up the grass and you're still in action on the grass tracks as well as Speedway. Yeah, no, I won't give up the grass. This is more important to me than Speedway is. So. Brilliant. Yeah, so I won't be going nowhere too fast. Masters, I suppose. What's the best you've ever done in the Masters? Broke down in both semi-finals every time. So you could only get better today then. Hopefully we don't break down today, and make the. That's all I want to do is make the final. So then it's winner takes all, then, isn't it? So it's only one race that matters. Well, Speedway, I was just talking to a couple of the other lads. Obviously sharpens them up from the gate, so that should help you, shouldn't it? Hasn't helped me all year. But maybe it will change today, Charlie. Hopefully, yeah. Worked at the poacher a bit, so yeah. Hopefully we can start and get out of the way of all the crap from everyone else. And brilliant. Well, he'll have a great day, and we'll see you on the racetrack. Top man, thanks very much, mate. Thanks, Charlie. To Steve, and
you've come back to the grass, of course, this last few seasons. Good to see you on the grass and also here in the Masters as well. And I'm talking to some of the other lads at Speedway. Of course, you're busy with Plymouth Speedway this year.
Yeah, Plymouth's been going really well this year. I've been getting good points every week. Got a maximum last week, so yeah, Plymouth's been going really well.
And Grasstracks?
Grasstrack, we've got a new bike this year and we've had nothing but trouble with it, but yeah, we're slowly getting it set up right, so hopefully today, we've had a few teething problems, snapped a shock today in practice, so hopefully we'll get out of the gate and have a good first race.
Fantastic. Well, if you can get out of the gate, you'll be well away, won't you?
Yeah, that's it. I don't think they'll be catching me if I make the gate.
Now, you've got problems with the bikes, but you've got two here just in case.
Yeah, we've got two. We've had to pull the suspension off one to put on our first bike, but yeah, so hopefully we have no more problems and we can get in the top 8 and qualify for the Europeans next year.
Well, I can remember when you used to be racing in the youth against Lewis Denham. You used to have wheel-to-wheel battles many years ago.
Yeah, Lewis, he was. I remember them days, good old days. Lewis was a really good rider, and it's a shame he's not riding still, but he's had his fair share of injuries. So yeah, he done the right thing to pull out the sport because he's got a good job. So.
Well, good to see you're still in it, and good luck today.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks very much, Steve Boxall. Mark, congratulations on getting to the Masters, and you've seen a few races over your years, especially in the 350cc class, but are you concentrating on the 500s now?
Well, to be honest, I've always liked riding the 500s, but the 350 is where my heart is. The 500 guys at the moment, you know, there's a lot of young, quick lads out there, and I'm just still trying to enjoy it and compete at a reasonable level.
Well, it's good to see in action. I suppose we've never seen Neil again.
To be honest, he turned up last week at the 350 British. He's still keen, maybe, never say never.
And your dad's still racing, I see?
Dad's riding, my son's riding as well.
I was coming on to him.
Yeah,
yes. He's the next Taylor, the next RTS.
Yeah, he's keeping us poor at the moment. Yeah, but no, I'm still enjoying it. Next season, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. May lay off it just for a few meetings. Just concentrate on Cameron for a bit because he is, doing well, and I need to put some time into him, like I had off Dad.
Fantastic. Well, good luck today, and good luck with your son as well. And tell Dad as well to keep racing.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Mark Taylor. Now we got Neil Owen here, and well, Neil, what's it like out there?
Yes, pretty good out there. We've done some changes between first and second practice. Doing a few more tweaks now, so watch out the first heat. We're going to give it hell.
Fantastic. Of course, you've won the British Left-Hand Sidecar Championship in the past, and I bet you'd love to get your hands on this Masters title to go with it.
Yeah, I thought you would have forgotten about it. It's so long ago now, the left hand. But yeah, this has been something that we've been working up. But it's such a hell of a good field out there. So everything got to go right. But I'm just looking at these dark clouds now, and
well, of course you're from Wales, and it always rains in Wales, and I'm from Bristol, and I can tell you when I rang home it was raining there, so we keep it in Bristol and Wales.
Yeah, hopefully now by 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock we'll have a shower every hour to keep the track down.
Hang on, we just cut out there. We hope we'll have a shower. Are you happy to have a shower and have it wet? Would you prefer it wet?
Oh yes, let it pour.
You prefer it wet?
Yeah, let it pour down. Let it pour down, but don't cancel it.
I see you had a grass track up in your area recently. Do they have sidecars there as well?
No, they do a lot of the vintage stuff, the Narberth Classic Club. They get a lot of solos and stuff like that. But it was a long time to ask Jason. Jason, would you like to come here?
No, you're fine.
It was a long way to ask Jason to come just for
that's right, because
spin out down in Narberth. But
so you couldn't find any suitable Welsh passengers. That's why you got Jason on board.
Well,
is it?
Yeah, Jason. That's how you can see the Cornish flag there on top of the dragon, just in case it comes to rain. The dragon doesn't like getting wet.
Fantastic. Have a great day.
Okay, yeah.
Your bike okay?
So yeah, we've done a lot of changes this year. Exhaust system, carburetors, and Gary's done a superb job in Gordon Engineering. So yeah, look out there. We're hoping for a good day.
One question, you always seem to go well with the Gordon. How come you don't get other drivers using the Gordon engines?
Well, I think, probably in the 90s everybody swapped over to the multis and they forgot about the V-twin. But I'm sure if Steve Smith had some good success on it, he just needs somebody to be committed.
So make sure you always
all here.
Well, it looks like you might be called there. We lost the end of that interview, but we got it on Bob's video, so at least it's we got that for everybody. But it looks like they might be having a meeting, so it looks like you might be called away now.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Neil Owen. I think we might be able to get a couple more in. Let's have a chat with Rob Bradley. He's pretended to get the dirt off his bike, but he's only trying to hide from us. I'm sure that's the reason. How was it out there, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It will be. Quite slippery in the very first practice. A lot better now, and I'm sure Graham and his team will do what they always do and take all the loose off and make it into the best surface they can.
Now, you've won the title, I think, 4 times. You're going to try and make it 5 today?
Well, it would be a dream, really. I don't consider myself a threat to these lads now, but you know, if you have a good day, and I suppose if somebody else maybe doesn't have things their own way, then you know, the ambition is to be in the final, and then if you're in the final, it's everybody's.
Most definitely. Well, I think, Rob, you're going to have to go to the riders' briefing, otherwise I'm going to get into trouble holding you up here.
Well, and Jay might find me.
There you go. Go to the riders' briefing. Have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a riders' briefing. I'm not the clerk of the course today. Keith Potts is clerk of the course, but he's actually running around doing some stuff at the moment, so probably a lot of you know Keith Potts, and he's usually clerk down there anyway. He has ridden, yeah, 50 for him. He has ridden in the past on solos, so he does know what he's talking about. And the assistant clerk of the course up the other end will be Adrian Croft. We've also got the Tony Steele, third eye basically. He will probably be on the first bin, but he could move to where he wants, so we have got an extra pair of eyes on the circuit. And Tony is a well-respected speedway referee, so he knows what he's doing. I don't know about sidecars, but there you go. Okay, right, riders' presentation. As soon as this finishes, we'll go straight on with the riders' presentation. It's a straightforward, slow ride around the track. So that's straightforward, the riders' presentation. The important thing on that is no additional people on your solo or sidecar. They're not insured, so you can't take the mechanics, your grand, your daughters, your son. That is a strict no-no, I'm afraid. Course cutting. One or two of you are speedway riders on solo. Please remember that in line with the current Grasstrack regulations, neither of your motorcycle wheels must cross either the inner line or the outer line. And the same applies for sidecars, as you well know. So the whole of your bike has got to be within the confines of the course. Otherwise you could find yourself being excluded or whatever the course decides to do with you. So just bear that in mind. Looking up on the straight here, it's been very good in practice, but they will put the flags back in. They got people put the flags back in. They will do, yeah, there'll be people doing that. I think that's what Graham is going to do today, actually. And we have got a supply, but hopefully we won't need them. But certainly practice has been very good for us. But that one at the other side, alright. Take some when you go. Protests, hopefully there are no protests today, but if you are involved in a situation and you feel you've been stitched up in some way, the first point of call today is me. I will be in the pits area here. I will listen to what you've got to say and then advise you on the rules, or show you the rules if you want to see them. Really, I'm kind of a buffer between you and the clerk of the course, so you don't all go running out there chatting and giving the clerk of the course an ear bashing. Give me an ear bashing because I'm used to it. If you've got a case, you want to take it further, I'll give you the relevant paperwork. Hopefully we won't need for that, but that is the thing. So come to me if you've got a problem, and we'll try and sort it from there. The other thing is the protest, because it's an international meeting today, the protest fee is £100, it's normally 50, but you do need to perform the protest, it's £100. The protest must relate to a single incident, and it's got to be signed and submitted within 30 minutes of the incident. So it's no good when we call out the qualifiers for the semi-final, it's no good at that point saying that it was done out of the point in the first race, it's too late. Semi-finals. If a rider qualifies for either the solo or sidecar semi-final, and is then not able to take part in that semi-final, then the reserve will not come in, because otherwise they'll jump ahead of that person in points. So reserves do not come in the semi-finals at the last minute. The other thing that we learned from the semi-finals a few years ago, there was a very uneven semi-final where there was only about 5 in one race and 8 in the other. If there's a lot of non-starters in the semi-final, we will rejig the semi-final to make it as even as we can. Hopefully we won't need to do that, but just be aware of that so we get balanced semi-finals if there's a lot of non-starters. semi-finals and the finals, if you're lucky enough to make that, there will be a ballot here for grid positions. I know sidecars, you like to go and have a wander out there anyway and see what it is, but you need to come back here and it'll actually be drawn down here and it'll be written down. So if there is a rerun on that, you'll go back to that same position. So draws for the semi-finals, grid positions and the final grid positions will be done here as soon as we know the qualifiers.
Yeah, we'll call you up, obviously.
Point scoring, just remember that all the points scored throughout the heats and the semi-finals count towards your overall score. Just at the end of the heats and the semi-finals, it's the highest 8 in solo and the highest 6 in the sidecar that go through to the Masters final. It's not as if it's the first 3 or something in each semi-final like some speedway meetings. It's your points. You add to your points in the semi-finals, they add them up again and we get the finalists from that.
And then it's a straight final.
And it's a straight final, yeah?
First past the post, the winner.
Which post?
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. Format the solo and sidecar finals, again, if you're qualified for it and you're not able to take part, then a reserve doesn't come in to take your place. We don't move somebody up from 9th to 8th or something in the solos. It will not be reallocated. You will hold your position as where you were at those points. And that's where you finish up in the overall championship. Points that are not scored in either the finals because it is first past the post. Okay.
Well, the one rider we're talking to now, of course, is Miles Simmons, of course, and well, I can put this on now because I can talk to you as well as for the DVD. I can talk to you for everybody here today.
Yeah.
Miles, what was it like out at practice? Good?
Yeah, not too bad. It's a little bit heavy, obviously, with the rain we've had. But I think they've just looked at the track and they've already took quite a bit of the loose away. So I think if the rain stays away, it will come to us in a minute. Yeah, definitely.
And of course on home turf here as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I suppose it is home turf now, really. Cornwall, Kent. But yeah, been up here a few years now. So no, Graham puts on a good meet, and hopefully all the weather stays good for him, and everyone has a good day.
Wonderful. Have a good day yourself.
Lovely. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Miles Simmons. How's it going out there? Okay.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a fantastic record. 4 wins, 4 second places. You seem to be the Masters is your favourite these days.
Well, no, the past 4 years haven't been, or 3 years. But, yeah, well, first one across the line wins, so that makes it all different, doesn't it?
Well, unlike a lot of the sidecar drivers, you've got one thing that's in your favour, and that is you're still very young. And of course, over the years, we've seen some great sidecar racers: Roger Measer, Steve Smith, even going back to the 1950s, Bill Evans from up your way. They were all multi-champions. You've got a chance to overtake and be the greatest ever sidecar Grasstrack driver the sport has ever seen.
Well, we'll see. Let's not look too much further past today first.
There you go. Have a great day.
Cheers.
Well, as I mentioned, the riders coming out for a break to introduce themselves without those crash helmets on, and I can see that we've already got the riders coming out onto the track. Going past me, and leading them out is number 27, firstly by quickly as they go by now, I can see we've got James Shanes, number 92 will be riding this afternoon. That's only one to look for. Number 19, local this area for capital years. James Wright, another strong competitor from Western Supermare, riding number 69, so a chance to pick those numbers, and you might notice 192 there, Paul Jr. He's hoping to get a ride this afternoon. He's a new reserve. I'll give you all the changes to the programme in a few moments. Number 17, that's Gary Peacock. He will be taking place because we've got 1 or 2 riders who have dropped out due to injury, etc. Well, as you move on to the sidecars, number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, you've heard just a moment ago. Won it 4 times, been second 4 times. Very determined rider. Not sure he really likes the first past the post final, but that's how it is. And number 18, Will Offen from Staplehurst in this part of the country. Number 78 is new to Grasstrack wears Kieran Hicks and Robbie Simmons. Walksman, number 12, Neil Owen and Joseph Barwell. Number 92, recent success as poacher, winning it at long last was his words to me morning for Whiteland and Allen. Desperately hoping to get a ride, a little bit surprised to be pulled into the Masters at the last minute, number 15, that's Matt Van Rover. Always with a smile on his face, number 40 is Dave Buckley and Mark Cossar. 30, Steph Blythe and Brian Barker. Coming back ball going past me, another one that's been in the Masters many times. 49, strong competitor Gareth Winterburn and Liam Brown. 3 is Gary Shearer and Sam Heath. 375, hoping to get a ride, Pete Shaw, Steve Russell. And number 184, John Hiscock, Terry Madley. They will be taking the places of number 24, Rob Wilson. So I'll confirm all those changes for you. And the ever popular number 11, Paul Cooper. And by no means lumps moving round, we can see number 48. If you've seen that in your programme, I can remind you that he is the defending champion, Rob Winterburn. Past champion, number 87, Rob Bradley and Sean Simpson. I think I will state the obvious and say sometimes a frightening experience seeing them on the Broder Riders without the crash helmets on. Mixed ace, number 18, and Kieran Ivey. Shanes has dropped it on the far side as well while I was watching the riders on that entrance to the bend. There is, in the interest of safety, a red flag that's being shown, so the riders will have to make their way back to the start and start this all over again. So this is race 4, and we expect to see Mick Stace and Kieran Ivey, Gareth Winterburn, Liam Brown, John Hiscock taking the place of Rob Wilson, Dave Buckley, Will Offen and Miles Simmons. So there most certainly should be 6 on the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Indeed we've got 6, we've got a full complement. So this is the start of the 2017 British Masters sidecar competition, and we get underway. Who's made the best of the starts? I can see from the centre of the gate Gareth Winterburn is there, John Hiscock is there as well, the two together as they go into that first turn. They sort themselves out. Gareth Winterburn on the inside at the moment, coming out the best of it out of that first turn, and in that the pit lane for the first time. John Hiscock right on the back wheel of Miles Simmons in that second and third place, but Gareth Winterburn is starting to put the pressure on and pulling away from the rest of the field. Miles Simmons in the chase though. You'll be watching to see where he goes on that top bend and where he goes down this finishing straight. Terry Madley getting absolutely as they come past us. A little bit of a gap developing now between second and third, but Miles Simmons still on the chase of Gareth Winterburn, who's setting the pace up front. One more lap to go for Gareth Winterburn. There's problems for John Hiscock. Filled in. Brown away from the rest of the field. Miles Simmons and Bradley Steer can do nothing about it at the moment. They've got to watch Gareth Winterburn make his way home. So it is the first win of the afternoon for Gareth Winterburn and Liam Brown. Miles Simmons and Bradley Steer with a good second place. Will often finish third. So our first race completed for the afternoon. We start with the sidecar competition. It's race 4 in your programme, and it's a win in very convincing form for number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 9, Miles Simmons and Bradley Steer. In third place, number 80, Will Uffin and Sam Black. In fourth place, number 18, Mick Stace and Kieran Ivey. In fifth place, number 40, Dave Buckley and Mark Drisdall. And in sixth place, number 184, that's John Hiscock and Terry Madley. The winning time was 122.86, and no speed calculated, unknown the actual dimensions of the track. So 122.86 your winning time, and we have turned our attention back to the solo competition. And it does look as if this is the rerun of race 1. Well, I think that answers a few of the questions, because we've got number 93 James Shanes on the outside plate.
37 Chris Harris, 135 Adam Ellis, 26 Luke Harris, 93 James Shanes, 134 Richard Hall.
We certainly haven't got a full complement, as it was mentioned in the programme to start with. One more rider coming to join them on that start gate. We get underway for the solo competition for 2017 as we come back once again. Number 93, James Shanes, and problems again for James, and can you believe that's Richard Hall that's sitting in third place, so he's got himself back and in the race again. So into the pit bend they go, very controlled as they come round that pit turn. James Shanes in the pace. The backboard of James Shanes is one of the gaps. Adam Ellis, who's in second spot at the moment. Richard Hall, a great ride from him in third place at the moment. He looks down the machinery as I say that though, and you can see the riders closing on him as he goes into this pit bend. So positions change for that third and fourth place. James Shanes making no goal for third. He goes past that William Rogers it is to smooth up into that third place. Richard Hall trying to come back at him though. The two of them together as they go around that top bend. And again Richard Hall pulls up a little bit coming out of that top turn. No problems for James Shanes though, the reigning European champion takes the first win of the afternoon. Adam Ellis finishing in second, James Rogers finishing in third and very close on the line for fourth place, but I think Richard Hall just managed to hold on to it. So, race 1 in your programme, we do get a finishing line-up. We've got number 93 that crossed the line first. That's number 93, it is James Shanes. Second to him, number 135, Adam Ellis. In third place, number 71, Jamie Rogers. In fourth place, number 134, Richard Hall. In fifth place, number 26, Luke Harris. And sixth place, number 121, that's Jade Mugley. The winning time was 127.74. 127.74 you should have for race 1, 93, 135, 71, 134, 26, 121, and a winning time of 127.74. And we do have a change to your programme in race 2. Ryan Ashcroft will be riding number 45. He takes the place of David Cowell. Gareth Hickmott will be riding 17. He takes the place of Mark Cossar. Of the afternoon in the solo competition, and on the inside of him we've got number 6, Ellie Kennett. The two of them have had British Masters titles, compete well every year. You can see that Andrew Appleton has dropped down into third. There's a change as they go into this pit bend, as riders are chopping and changing positions. Making the best of it though is Eddie Kennett, who's doing that master for the second time. He's the rider at third place for that second spot. James Wright with the challenge on Eddie Kennett, who leads going down that back straight. That's starting to look very, very quick coming off that top bend and into that back straight. I'm wondering if some of the riders are finding their game in those pit bends a bit too quick. So as you watch Eddie Kennett come round and take the last time round, we've got James Wright in second turn, me and Alex Davis in third place. And Andrew Appleton back in a disappointing for his first ride this afternoon. He won't be happy with that. I'm sure there'll be a change of gearing ready for his next ride. But we'll see a checkered flag go, and Eddie Kennett will be pleased with that one. James Wright finishes in second, Alex Davis in third. And Andrew Appleton fourth. So for those of you that are keeping your programmes 100%, the official result for race 2 reads as a very convincing win for number 6, Eddie Kennett. In second place, number 69, James Wright. In third place, number 297, Alex Davies. In fourth place, number 22, Andrew Appleton. And in fifth place, number 19, Dave Mears. Sixth place, 17. Seventh place, 170. Eighth place, 45. And a winning time of 127.19. 127.19. So that's your winning time for race 2. You should have 6, 69, 297, 22, 19, 17, 170, 45. A winning time of 127.19. Now, you don't have to try and pick the points yourself. I've got very efficient people sitting next to me who will keep all the points during the race programme. We're going to have qualifying for those semi-finals, and the semi-final right now in that final. Well, we move to race 2. We're underway for the first time. These riders out for the first time this afternoon. We start from Charlie Powell as he gets himself to the front, but everybody's closing in on him on that first turn as positions change, sort themselves out going down that back straight and into the pit turn for the first time. Again, riders coming in very quick into that pit turn, off that back straight, and as they sort themselves out passing Daniel Winterburn. It was Daniel that kept a very tight line on that first turn, got himself through the crowds and got himself to the front. Paul Cooper in pursuit though. Watch how quickly they go into this pit bend, coming off that ridge of the top bend, down the back straight. And Paul Cooper top bend he goes. We've got another rider getting in on the action as well. So Paul Cooper takes over the lead, and Daniel Winterburn loses 2 places on that top bend. Again we can see the riders quickly going into that bottom turn. They then try and throw it sideways, get the drive back on, then drive back out of the bend. On that pit bend, and Paul Cooper must have wondered where it's come from. But Paul Hurry beginning to turn it on now with head down that back straight. He's very, very quick into this bottom turn. Throws the back wheel out, gets the drive back on, the push up to the finishing line. Paul Hurry gets the place, 1 second. Daniel Winterburn just hangs on to third. So race 3, full of action, plenty of riders changing places, and you can see how all of them want this British Masters title. A win in race 3, the official result being a win for number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 11, Paul Cooper. In third place, number 12, Daniel Winterburn. In fourth place, number 92, Charlie Powell. In fifth place, number 171, Andrew Whitaker. In sixth place, number 47, seventh place was 25, eighth place was 200, and the winning time, 128.23, 128.23. So hopefully the nerves have all disappeared. We've had a ride for every rider in the solo class. We've had wins for James Shanes, Eddie Kennett and Paul Hurry. Those 3 go into their second rides knowing they've got 1 maximum ride under their belt. As we now turn our attention to the sidecar competition once again, remind you that we've already had race 4, so this should be, if things work right, we should have race 5 coming out to the line. So riders get themselves to the start line, the starters have moved away and we get underway. Remind you this is race 5 in your programme as we fire down that back straight. Number 92, Paul Whitelam, is the rider in second spot at the moment. He'll be trying to hold a very tight line, hoping the rider in front will go wide coming out of that first bend, and it is indeed. Number 25, got the lead. Absolutely filled in once again, and Colin Blackburn has spun it on that bottom bend. Everybody goes past him successfully, and it means that Paul Whitelam now takes over. So Neil Owen has got the pursuit on. He's sitting in second place. He's going to try and catch Paul Whitelam. Oh, he's got the outfit completely locked up on that bottom turn, and in the interest of safety, the red flags have come out. So the riders will be taken back to the start for a rerun of that one. And of course the most disappointed, Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliott. They will be most disappointed as they were in a very comfortable leading position. Those of you that travelled up to Skegness at the bank holiday weekend will know that Paul Whitelam had a very convincing victory in the poacher event this year. So he would love nothing more than to follow that with success in the British Masters. Well, I think looking across at that start line, the track officials have decided to put race 6 out on the start line where riders can get refueled or sort themselves out anyway for race 5 to rerun. So the riders coming to the line on that far side at the sidecar start. Race 6 in your programme, and it's our first chance to see in action number 37 Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, along with Rob Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. And Mark Cossar has done an absolute flyer of a start. He throws himself into that first corner. I don't think he could probably believe the lead he's got already. It's Rob Winterburn that's in second place, and we see this so these two have been competing against each other an awful lot. And Mark Cossar digs in the middle of that bend, tries to get the drive on quickly going up that back straight. He does look very quick up there. Would Winterburn now be conscious of it? He'll know where he can take advantage if there is a chance to get advantage. But Mark Jeff Mesa and Gareth Trigilas is sitting in 4th place at the moment, as they really have got themselves spread out in this one. Remind you, this is race 6 in your programme, but as Mark Cossar looks over his shoulder, he knows he's got a bit of comfort. He'll be trying out the quickest. Most of the sidecars I've seen so far looking hard at this bottom pit bend. Turn as hard as they can in the middle of the bend, and then get the wheels in line as quick as they can coming out, and get the drive up that back straight. Again, Mark Cossar looks over his shoulder. He'll see the checker flag this time, exactly what he wants. First ride, first. So remind you, this was race 6 that we've just seen finished. It's race 6 down the bottom of the page there. A win, first time out, for number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. In 2nd place, number 48, Rob Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In 3rd place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Sean Simpson. In 4th place, number 151, Jeff Mesa and Gareth Trigilas. In 5th place, number 16, 6th place, number 30, and the winning time was 1:23.22. 1:23.22. Oh, just wondering if the pit crews will be looking at those times, because Gareth Winterburn put up a 1:22.86, so nothing in it really. 1:23.22 for race 6. I'm suspecting that we'll see the rerun of race 5 next. So the tapes have gone up already. We're underway with just 4 outfits for race 5, this being a restart as they group together going into that first turn. And Paul Whitelam, who was leading the race before it was stopped, sits in 2nd place at the moment. That's Neil Owen. So Paul Whitelam has work to do. See where Neil Owen's going. He went in a little bit wider than most of the other riders have been going into that pit bend. And there you can see he lost the drive coming out of that bend. He couldn't get the wheels in line quickly, and it meant that the back wheel was just spinning. Paul Whitelam saw the gap and he's gone for it, and he's got himself through on the inside. Neil Owen's got to tuck back in now. He can absolutely filled in. Behind him again. Is he looking for a quick exit on that bend? Tries to get a tight line on the inside, but Paul Whitelam is wise to it. Alan Elliott working well on the back of Paul Whitelam at the moment to give him the drive on the inside of the bend. Hugs the flags on the inside, drifts out to the middle of the track, and he's quick. Neil Owen, no answer to him at the moment. Those 2 for the rest of the field. Lee Jones is holding 3rd spot at the moment. But I'm sure Paul Whitelam will be pleased with this one. First time out. He had to do it again, but he's now got the result as he sees the checker. Paul Whitelam takes the win. Neil Owen takes 2nd. Lee Jones finishes in 3rd place. 375 on reserve coming in. Oh, I seem to remember that we had a 375, and that's Pete Shaw and Stephen Russell. So race 5 in your programme, a win for number 92. He didn't have it all his own way, he worked hard for it, but he's got the result. 92 it is that goes into 1st place, Paul Whitelam and Alan Elliott. In 2nd place, number 12, Neil Owen and Jason Farnwell. In 3rd place, number 3, Lee Jones and Ryan Wharton. In 4th place, number 375, that's our reserves coming in, Pete Shaw and Stephen Russell. The winning time was 1:26.14. 1:26.14. So that completes our sidecar first leg rides. Wins for outfit number 49, Gareth Winterburn. 92, Paul Whitelam. And 37, Mark Cossar. They're the riders to beat at the moment as we turn over the page. And we see in action once again. First leg winners, Eddie Kennett. He goes in this first one. Richard Hall goes once again. Daniel Winterton, who who had a good ride first time out. So can Eddie Kennett make it 2 out of 2? In this one, if you haven't done it in your programme already, no David Howe, number 21, his place being taken all the way through the programme by number 45, Ryan Ashcroft. So the starter moves away, we watch those tapes go up. Up they go, they get a clean start, they get underway, and Eddie Kennett is on the middle of the track. He's made a good start. And he's got Charlie Powell with him as they go around that first turn. Richard Hall getting in on the action as well. Daniel Winterburn getting through the inside of Charlie Powell, but Eddie Kennett is setting his authority on this one as he comes round off that pit bend. Has chance to look over his shoulder. Richard Hall, Daniel Winterburn. Charlie Powell, goes forward in pursuit of Eddie Kennett, the early leader, who's opening up a bit of a gap between him and Richard Hall. This is where he's looking to make it 2 out of 2. Remember, it's point scoring through the afternoon to get yourself into those semi-finals. Add more points and get yourself into this final at the end of the day. Daniel Winterburn will make that third place easy. 1 second though by the look of it. He knows that Richard Hall rides wide. Very much a long track stylist, Richard Hall. And Daniel Winterburn looks like he might have problems. He's looked down at machinery and riders are going by him as they go into that pit bend. But Eddie Kennett has no such problem as he goes into the last lap leading comfortably. Now it is Daniel Winterburn who's pulled off into the second ring. The problems hit with Daniel Winterburn, but no such problem for Eddie Kennett. Not sure he goes in quite so quickly into that pit bend. It's more of a controlled ride around that pit bend this time. But Eddie Kennett takes the checkered flag. Richard Hall takes second. Charlie Powell finishing in third. And Charlie Saunders finishing in fourth. So race 7 in your programme. A win is second of the afternoon for rider number 6, Eddie Kennett. In second place, number 134, Richard Hall. In third place, number 92, Charlie Powell. In fourth place, number 25, Charlie Saunders. And fifth place, number 19. Sixth place, number 26. Seventh place, number 45. Your winning time was 129.02. 129.02 you should have for race 7, 6, 134, 92, 25, 19, 26 and 45. 129.02 that winning time. Well, as I was giving you the complete result, my lap scorers have just told me that number 12, Daniel Winterburn, has just pushed over the line, so he can be credited with 8th place. That's number 12 goes into 8th place in race 7. Riders underway and down past me for the first time. And the 135 Adam Ellis, who had a second place first time out. None of these riders had a win in those first rides, so a chance to get maximum points. And Adam has gone very wide on that back straight, so he allows riders to come through into this pit turn. Well, they sort themselves out to come up past me. James Wright is the rider in third at the moment. Well, that was a good corner from Paul Cooper. He dived through on the inside. And you can see that Adam Ellis has actually followed him through and got himself into a comfortable second now. James Wright still holding third. Jamie Boyd is still holding fourth at the moment. And once again the riders starting to spread themselves out. They're getting close for that third place though. Jamie Rogers really having a go at that third place. There's nothing of what's going on behind him. Jamie Rogers has got himself into that third spot of James Wright. Well, as I look to that top corner, you can see James Wright has come back in him again, and we see the checkered flag being raised. It's going to be close for that third place. As Wilfred takes the win, Adam Ellis second, and it is James Wright that hangs on to that third place. Jamie Rogers in fourth. So, race 8 in your programme. The official result reads as a much-needed win for number 11, Paul Cooper. In second place, number 135, Adam Ellis. In third place, number 69, James Wright. In fourth place, number 71, Jamie Rogers. In fifth place, number 47, Callum Walker. In sixth place, number 121, Jade Mugway. And in seventh place, number 17. Eighth place, 200. The winning time was 129.13. So you should have had for race 8, 11, 135, 69, 71, 47, 121, 17 and 200, 129.13. So we now turn our attention to race 9, and as I mentioned in race 8 we had no riders that won their first ride out. The best was the second, whereas in race 9 we've got two riders that had first places first time out. Number 93, James Shanes, and number 86, Paul Hurry. These two go against each other for the first time this afternoon. Joining them on the line. Didn't get a finish first time out is number 37, Chris Harris. Promises to be an interesting one as they get underway. Right on the inside as well, we've got Andrew Appleton. James Shanes has made the best of the starts. Chris Harris goes wide. Andrew Appleton's on the inside. And it is Andrew that's just hanging on to that second place, but he's got a rider on the inside of him as James Shanes has already opened up a bit of a gap. That's Paul Hurry that's moved himself into second spot. He's just nosed in front of Andrew Appleton. Now got James Shanes in the sight. Alex Davies has moved up into third spot as well. So Andrew Appleton struggling with conditions this afternoon. And Paul Hurry has certainly closed that gap on James Shanes as they go down that back straight for the second time. Into the pit pen they go. Paul Hurry watching every move that James Shanes makes as they go up to the first move. Big gap opening up now as Andrew Appleton moves through into that third spot. All eyes unsure on those front two as James Shanes is seeing the pace on Paul Hurry has put it down on the exit of that bend. It means that Andrew Appleton now moves through into third spot as two other riders have pulled off as well. The red flag is out because we've got a rider and his machine on the far side. Oh, it's always good to see Paul Hurry is up on his feet and talking to the marshals. The ambulance is reversing back. That's not required. Paul, I'm sure, will be very disappointed. He was certainly closing the gap on James Shanes. And I suspect that we hadn't done enough race distance, so we will have to have a rerun. I can give you a result for race 9. The officials of the meeting have decided they did actually complete three laps. So a win goes to number 93, that's James Shanes. Second place to number 22, that's Andrew Appleton. Third place 171, Andrew Whitaker. Fourth place 297, Alex Davies. And fifth place number 170, Mark Taylor. So that's race 9, completed 3 laps, 93, 22, 171, 297 and 170. As on the far side we've got race 10 on the line already, and they're already underway and sort themselves out for that first turn as they We can see that we've got riders that have made a very good start on that first turn, and it is Winterburn. And problems in front of us, but they've done brilliantly. But the driver looks like he's been completely filled in. Well, the race is going to continue to go with the yellow flags are... Oh, I do apologise. I was trying to keep up with things there. I noticed the marshals on the top bend were putting yellow flags out, which in official terms means that they can continue to race, but they must hold their positions while the yellow flags are out. And then when the yellow flags go in, they can continue to race. But on the bottom of the corner, we did see a red flag go up, which means all riders will come to a halt, and they've got to go back and do it all again. See, time is pushing